Started. So we're very excited to show you what we built the last couple of weeks, and the agenda is more or less that we'll jump right into the demo where Mendem, one of the architects behind the platform, is going to demo it from A to Z of what it's capable of now. And then you can just ask questions meanwhile, and me and Mendem will try to answer as best as we can. And then at the end, we will just talk a bit about the new Learn and Earn path. How far are we? And there's probably a bunch of questions to that. And then I will talk a bit about who is actually creating the Learn and Earn path, the different blocks, and also talk a bit about how when we can actually launch this on CodersTrust.com and to the rest of the world. And then finish it off by discussing or give our thoughts to how we are going to onboard the different, the current students in the different countries onto this platform, and how that could be done. So you have an idea of that.
Okay. This is the new homepage of CodersTrust, new platform. So in this demo, you will see mostly the student perspective of the platform. I'm just gonna scroll down to see what we have on this homepage. We have like a success story, learn and earn path with how many blocks do we have on coding skills, soft skills, freelancing skills, etc. and all the stuff. And the students have two options from this homepage: to log in or start free trial from the beginning. So I'm just gonna start free trial, and in here we are in here we are on the get started flow, we call it like that. And in here the students can connect the other services like third-party services, and all those services we separated like profile services like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other stuff. Currently we have only the Facebook. I'm just gonna connect the Facebook, and I will create my student account in CodersTrust. So it asks me to allow the CodersTrust Facebook application. Just gonna click OK. And now I'm redirected to connect the app work. So this service is for the work, and I'm just gonna connect the app work now. Okay, authorize access. And now we have a service for learning for Udemy. So I'm just putting my credentials in here. We need to wait a little bit. Okay. And right now I have connected Facebook, Upwork, and Udemy. So I'm now moved on the step 2 to take some tests. And right now we have only 2 tests that we get from the Upwork with that connection we did earlier. So we have 2 options. One is to go to the Upwork test, and this test is computer aptitude test. And I cannot start the test because I actually take this test. So I'm just gonna check if I passed this test. Hopefully I passed. Yeah, so I just passed this test. So the second test is programming aptitude test. If you can go to this link, you can see the programming test. So I'm just gonna check my results again. And yeah, I passed the second test as well. So now I have I am in the step 3 to enroll in my trial.
If I can just jump in here 2 seconds, Mendem.
Okay.
You know, it's so essentially it's divided up into a couple of different sections here in the sign-up process. One is social profiles, another is work profiles, and a third one is the e-learning profiles. And then we finish it up with a 4th section, which is the skill assessment. It's important to say that right now we basically have Facebook for social profile, we have Upwork for work profile, and we have Udemy for e-learning profile, and then we use Upwork test for the skill assessment. So from 0 to 100, how good is this student in computer aptitude and programming aptitude? And then we save all the data that we can get from all these services, and of course the skill assessment is then saved to the student. So we have kind of like a data screenshot of a student coming in the door. Exactly how many friends on Facebook do they have? How many likes? How much experience do they have on Upwork and all these things? Jobs, earnings, everything is saved as the initial kind of data dump on the student. And then these data points will be expanded further when they continue in the CodersTrust journey. We will add more and more data points from more and more services, and then we will track all these data points every day. So this is kind of the initial data points that we have, and this is of course very important for us to have, so we can start building a real trust score to predict future students coming in the door. So that was just a bit explanation, and there will also be later today a full documentation about exactly what data do we collect from what service. Okay, yeah. Any questions here? Okay, so Mendem, I think you can.
Okay, so I'm just gonna enroll me to the free trial.
There was one question. So how do we integrate Fiverr? We integrate Fiverr just like any other service. So right now, we're focused on the services that is kind of key to get the core process in place. So we will just we already have Fiverr in the crawler engine. We just need to add it to the platform. So Fiverr will be exactly like Upwork. So we will get exactly the same things that we use the Upwork API for. We will use the crawler engine to get those things. That means that we don't have to sit and wait for services to create API, especially for us. We just do it with the crawler engine, and then we continuously try to push them to provide the API.
We are actually saving the data.
Are you answering Josiah's question? So regarding all the other portals, right now we have the crawler engine working for I think freelancer.com, fiverr.com, Code Academy, and I think one more. But anyways, the plan is that we integrate one new service a week going forward. Udemy we have shown, right? So right now we are integrating the services Udemy, Code School / Pro site, and Upwork, Facebook. Yes, of course. The idea is that we connect everything, also Freelancer. So going forward, every week we will add another service. I hope that answers your questions.
Yeah.
Yes, the whole idea is actually to slow down the sign-up process. If they don't want to give us data, we want qualified students, not someone who sees on Facebook ad and signs up and is completely worthless. And of course, the good thing about this is that we track everything, right? So we might say that that data, because the data is so obvious here, that we say that we get thousands of students in the door, but everyone stops at the tests. So we might do, of course, A/B testing. It's very modular, created in that way that right now we use Upwork because it's easy to get started and it's a third-party provider. I think we have used a lot of time on internal testing that test that really doesn't work that well. So of course, if data shows us that 90% of all signups stop at test 1 or test 2, then we can try to put in some more easier tests that doesn't take too long to complete. And it's also important to say that that they don't have to take this in one step. So they can actually go and come back if they sign in, come back in the middle of the drop out in the middle of the sign up process, come back and sign in. Then they pick up where they left off. And we can also use, we will come back to that, but we have integrated the intercom pretty heavily, so we can use the triggers, the marketing can use the triggers to send them a notification about remember to come back and complete test 2 and then you're in, blah, blah. So the whole idea of this platform is that everyone, all students starts, this is to Risan's question, everyone starts on a trial. A limited time trial. If that's 14 days, that's now, but we can always change that to something else. Then they have full access during the trial to everything in the platform. Complete learn and earn path, full access to mentors, live classes, everything. And all their activity is tracked. How many hours on work snaps did they track during the trial? How many learn and earn path blocks did they complete? How many times did they interact with a code mentor? How many times did they interact with a career advisor? How many jobs did they bid on Upwork? How many live classes did they attend to? Everything is tracked, so we can start making benchmarks about what students would we like to invite after the trial to enroll as a student. So if we have a student signing up and in the 2 weeks he didn't track any time on WorkSnaps, didn't even log into the platform again, then it's pretty obvious that we don't want to invite that student to enroll as a real student. So the talent finance model and the subscription model and everything like that is actually after the trial ends. Then we can go in the beginning. It's a manual process from our mentor team that will go in, look at all the data, activity tracked during the trial period, and then make a qualified decision about if we should invite this student to enroll. Later, when we have benchmarks, then we can automate that process, saying, okay, if they have done this and this and this and this and this commitment during our activity during the trial, then we will automatically invite them to enroll. Yes, perfect. I totally agree, Risan, and that's part of our customer acquisition cost. So we will calculate all the costs that the trial student cost us, and we will put that into our customer acquisition cost. And the more active they are in their trial, the more active they are in the trial, the more that student is going to cost us in the trial. But also my theory is that the more active they are and the more they have cost us, the more we want that student to enroll in the end. And then the cost is not a sunk cost. If a student enrolls to trial, no. But if a student enrolls to trial and doesn't do anything during that trial, then the student won't have cost us anything. So I think it goes hand in hand. I hope that makes sense. It's obvious that as I will show you later in the learn and earn path, we only give them the code school. We only give them the code school, create a code school user for them via the platform when they need that code school, in the next learn block, if that makes sense. So we don't create all the premium accounts to them straight up. We only create them when they reach that block. So in this case, the code school, they only get that when they reach, I will show you later, on block 3. So they need to complete block 1 and 2 and get a mentor to assess it and so on before they reach the first coding block where they get a premium code school account. So that will also limit it. But this is something that we need to see exactly how it plays off, right? Any more questions about this? Okay, so Mendem, I think you can continue.
Okay. So right now I'm just gonna go to enroll me to my free trial, and I'm gonna see like a trial guide, what I can do with this platform. So I start the tower. As you can see, it's description for learn and earn path. And we will put kind of video in here to show to the students what is the learn and earn path, what are they gonna do there, how they will follow the learning blocks and etc. Okay, I got it. How they will connect to a mentor to contact with them and ask them for the things that they need to ask a mentor or a career advisor. Okay, I got it. And in here we tell them that they need to track every minute while they are learning or earning. And the next step is to create an account in the WorkSnaps. So currently I just have created my account in WorkSnaps, so I'm just gonna move to the next page.
So here on that step we just saw, right? We take the email that they have from that they gave us from
Facebook.
From Facebook, we use that as the standard email in our platform. They select a password that they want to use, and they select the time zone, and then they say create account, and then the account is automatically created at our in WorkSnaps on our, and we can grab all the data automatically into the platform without having to log in and export shit and so on.
And in here they can click download the WorkSnaps, so they will redirect it on the WorkSnaps page to download the time tracking. And after that, they just gonna go next. And this is the end of the tour. So I'm just gonna go to the dashboard. So this is the dashboard. All of these data are taken from the platforms that we connected earlier. So in here we can see that we connect Upwork, Udemy, and Facebook. If I click Upwork, I just go to my account in Upwork or Facebook. And in here we are on the learning path blocks. So currently we have some blocks that we inserted in our database, and the first block that the students gonna learn is freelancing basics. So in here they can see information about that block, and they can see a video for this block. We just put it a video in here so they can see what is this block for, what they can learn in this block. And actually they just gonna start learning in this block. So they will see our blocks are separated in sections, and each section has steps to follow to learn on that section. And every block could have a project, but this block has not the project. Could have or have a mentor assessment and a test assessment in the end. But this block has not the project, it has only the mentor assessment. So I'm just gonna go to the section 1. I can see the links, what I need to learn. I just click the first step and I'm just redirected to that link to learn more 4 reasons why freelancing is the new career, etc. And currently, yeah.
I think we lost your screen.
Really?
I don't think I did anything this time.
Okay. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I just opened the section 1, Introduction to Freelancing, and I can see the steps that I should learn in this section. I'm just gonna click the first step, and you can see an article for that. And currently we just see if that student has completed this by manually clicking in here, but later on we will integrate, for example, if this learning block is from Udemy or Code School or something, we will automatically see if that student completed that step. But for this block, a student can say, okay, I completed this, and I'm just gonna go to all the steps, like I completed this, I completed this. And after I complete the last step in the first sections, the next section comes up. So you cannot go to the next section if you don't complete the first section. So I'm just gonna go to the second section as well. I'm just gonna completed this, and completed this. So after I completed the two sections, I can now make a request to a code mentor and to assess my work. And when I click assess my work, an intercom chat will open, and on the admin panel of this platform, we will see in this student profile, we will see, okay, this student has made a request to assess for this block. So first, I'm just gonna click assess my work, and you will see an intercom chat opening. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask, hey, I need to assess my work, and I get a message in intercom in the code mentor, or this block is for the career advisor, and I will get a message in the career advisor team on the intercom. So I'm just gonna move on intercom dashboard, and in here, I think in the career advisory team, you can see that is a new message. So all the employees that are in this team, they can respond to this chat. Okay, and in the right panel on the intercom, you can see data for that student, like name, email, user ID, student ID, and you can see which block he is requesting to access. For example, this is the block F1, and you can see the status of the student. For example, this is student in trial, and he asked for the career advisor. So I'm just gonna reply, hey, glad you make it.
So if I can just jump in here 2 seconds, Mendem.
Okay.
So every block will end with a mentor assessment. Of course, depending on if it's a coding block or soft skills block or freelancing block, what the mentor needs to assess and which team receives that request on intercom is of course depends on what block they're in, right? So how it will work in the beginning is that a student finishes a block. There will be a description. If you go back to try to go back to the dashboard, Mendem.
Okay, just a second. So I'm just gonna. Okay.
Not the admin, from the student side.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yes. So if you scroll down.
Okay.
No one can hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So just keep it at the dashboard for the student.
Okay.
So down here, you can see in this very specific block about freelancing basics, the mentor assessment is written here. The student mentor assessment, write down your thoughts about freelancing, learnings, expectation, goals, include potential challenges you might face, and then email it to review.CodersTrust.com. So this is a very specific, this is the mentor assessment for this block. And then there will be, all the mentors will have a full documentation about all the blocks in the entire Learn and Earn path, about how guidelines to how to review and grade, so to say, if this student will pass or fail this block. So everything, the idea here is that we will have 24/7 mentor support. So this happens in real time. So the student click assess my work. It opens a conversation to the right team that is on the call, on duty at that time. And then you can imagine that the mentor's like, okay, great. Did you send it to review.CodersTrust.com? Yes. Okay, perfect. Let me go in and check it. And then the student holds on, just like if you called support for your internet company and you had a problem with your internet, right? Then you hold on in your phone until they fix it or come back with an answer. The same here. The mentor will go in real time, assess it. The mentor will have the documentation about what tools, how do I assess this? In this case, F1, you use Grammarly to check if it scores over 90%, boom. If it sounds terrible and scores 10%, then you give him feedback directly in Intercom. You need to work on this. Try to use Grammarly to do. And then at the end, the mentor will actually, hopefully, he will say, this is a great work, and I will pass you, and Mendem will show you in a minute. But if they say you need to work on this, they give direct feedback, and then the student can work on it some more, come back and click the button again. And then it's tracked that this is the second attempt for this student to, when did he submit the first attempt, when did he submit the second attempt, and so on. And this will be available to the mentor and Intercom. Oh, this is just an example, right? Yes, so we will come back to the, so this is what we call the mentor assessment. This is our way of not letting students get totally out of control. So they cannot just go like 10 blocks and then we realize that they can't do a simple thing like creating their Upwork profile or some shit like that, right? So this is our way. So we have mentor assessment. This is our way of quality controlling the students, their skills, and if they understand what they're doing. And then afterwards, we will show you, we have something called skill assessment. So that is where we actually, test them, give them a multiple choice where we, from a 0 to 100, how good are you in this particular subject that you just had a blog about? And we will show you afterwards in a moment. So right now in the demo, we were at the step where the student clicked assess my work. And then in this case, it's a soft skills block, a freelancing block. So that means it gets routed to the career advisor team that is sitting on Intercom 24/7. And then they chat back and forth. Did you send the email? Yes, I did. Let me check it. The mentor goes and checks it. And then he says, okay, great work. I will pass you. I will let you continue to the next step in your Learn and Earn path. And then Mendem, can you show how the mentor actually does that?
Okay, just a second. So I'm just gonna log in with my admin credentials there. Okay, in here we have the admin panel where the code mentors and career advisors can sign up or sign in. I'm just gonna sign in with admin credentials. And in the admin panel, we will see the list of the students that are in the applied or in the get started flow, the students that are in the trial status, the students that are enrolled, and the students that are inactive. So we were more focused on the student perspective, not the admin. So I'm just gonna go to this student profile. And in the learning progress, I can see that this student has made a request to assess his work or her work. So in here, we can just say, okay, we see that, for example, for the block FNI, the student has sent us that email and he really, or the student did the great job. So, okay, I'm just gonna click, I'm gonna pass this student. So, and In this case, the block FNI is completed. So right now I'm just gonna go to the student dashboard again, so you can see what happens there after the admin or a code mentor passed that block that he made the request. So automatically we show the block F2, so the student now can go to learn on the block 2. And I'm just gonna start learning on this block, and it opens.
Try to go 2 seconds, man. Try to go to completed building blocks.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can see all the completed.
And if you go to profile and click on learn and earn path, right?
Yeah, you can see the completed block and the in progress block that is in the progress. Okay. And on the admin, I mean, where the code mentors can see on the admin panel, the code mentors can see what blocks are and what is the progress in that block. So I'm just gonna start. Okay, I'm just gonna complete those steps. It's like in the first block. I'm just gonna complete those steps, and the code mentor can actually see the progress, how many steps they finished. So I'm just gonna complete all the steps for this block.
And this is actually the Udemy course, right? So
yeah.
So this will also be automatic very soon.
Yeah. So and now I can make a request for assessing my work. So it's the same scenario.
You can see here, this is the mentor assessment. Complete your Upwork profile to 100% and get a career advisor to review it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say okay, hey again, and yeah, on the intercom you will see now the block F2. Maybe I just need to refresh this. So you will see that the student that is chatting with us right now has clicked the assess my work in the learning block F2, and if I go to the admin panel, you can see that the block F2 is requested. So right now we have say that after the block F2 we need a test assessment, and it will be an Upwork test for Upwork readiness test. And okay, but the test will be shown on the student dashboard after he passes the block F2. So I'm just gonna click pass, and in the student dashboard, students can now go and take the test. In the completed learning blocks, you will see the block F2. So I'm just gonna okay. I'm ready to take the test. So open the test, and it's the same like in the get started flow. Okay, this is the HTML test. I mean, I'm just gonna click this link, check my results, and of course I passed this test, and now I can continue with the block C1, and the flow continues on this scenario for all the blocks.